Dear students, in last lecture we saw first chapter, that is Introduction to Corporate Finance. I hope you must have studied that chapter. Also you must have seen notes. Did you write it in a separate book? If you have not, then write it in a separate book. You must write it. Now, our second chapter is Sources of Corporate Finance. Correct? What do you mean by corporate finance? Corporate finance deals with the raising and using of finance by a corporation. So, corporate finance means dealing with financial matters of corporate enterprise. Corporate finance includes financial planning, study of capital market, money market, and share market. It also covers capital formation and foreign capital. Even financial organization and banks plays vital role in corporate financing. Understood? Corporate finance includes financial planning, study of capital market, money market, and share market. It also covers capital formation and foreign capital. Even financial organization and banks plays vital role in corporate financing. Okay? Finance holds the key to all business activities. Finance is the lifeblood of business economy. Finance is necessary throughout the activities of promotion, organization, and regular operations of business. All functions of business are ultimately dependent on finance. So, finance is the supreme controlling factor. Finance is the supreme controlling factor. Okay? Finance needed by business organization is termed as capital. And every business organization needs certain capital for its activities. A joint stock company, which is a modern form of business organization and being a large undertaking, requires huge capital for business. And this huge capital collection or capital formation has special significance in the management of joint stock company. What do you mean by capital formation? Capital formation is a process of collection of capital from various sources according to financial plan of company. Capital formation is a process of collection of capital from various sources according to financial plan of company. Correct? A joint stock company collects huge funds through different sources. And now we will see sources of finance based on types of capital. You can see on the screen. Sources of finance based on types of capital. Own capital and borrowed capital. In own capital, shares and retained earnings. And in shares, equity shares and preference shares. Now see borrowed capital. Debentures, public deposits, bonds, American depository receipt, global depository receipt, banks, financial institutions, and trade credit. The above sources of finance may be internal or external. Internal sources means when capital is made available from within the organization. When capital is made available from within the organization, it is called internal sources. These sources are available within the firm itself as it is the retained profit, which is not distributed and reinvestment in the business. Hence, it is also called flowing back of profits. Okay? The undistributed profit is issued as bonus shares and the capital of the company is increased. Understood? Now, external sources. External sources means when capital is raised from outsider. When capital is raised from outsiders, it is called external sources. It is collected from the outside of the firm at the initial stage by issuing different types of shares, debentures, accepting public deposits and loan from institutions as well as bank. Okay? Now we will see sources of own capital. The capital raised by company with the help of owners is called own capital. That is shareholders. Who are the shareholders? You know very well. Who purchase the shares of the company and supply necessary capital, that persons are called shareholders. It is one form of own capital. Correct? Own capital is regarded as a permanent capital and it is returned only at the time of winding up of the company. Correct? Another form of own capital is retained earning. It is also known as flowing back of profit. Listen carefully. It is reinvestment of profit in the business by the company itself. Retained earning is an internal source of finance. Retained earning is an internal source of finance. What is the definition of retained earning? Listen carefully. The process of accumulating corporate profits and their utilization in business is called retained earning. The process of accumulating corporate profits and their utilization in business is called retained earning. In simple words, a part of net profit, listen carefully, a part of net profit which is not distributed to shareholders as dividend is retained by company in the form of reserve fund. Company converts its reserve into bonus share capital and capitalize its profits. This capitalization of profit by issue of bonus shares is known as plowing back of profit or self-financing. Understood? Bonus shares are issued free of cost to the existing equity shareholders. Bonus shares are issued free of cost to the existing equity shareholders out of the retained earnings. Retained earning is an internal source of finance. It is used by established companies. It is simple and cheapest method of raising finance. The management can convert retained earning into permanent share capital by issuing bonus shares. So, it is an important source of raising long-term capital. Okay? Understood? Own capital in the form of share capital provides initial source of capital for a new company. Promoters decide the share capital required by the company, and this amount of share capital is known as authorized capital. Let us learn in detail of own capital, that is shares. The term share is defined by section 2 in bracket 84 of the Companies Act 2013. Share means a share in the share capital of a company and includes stock. Share means a share in the share capital of a company and includes stock. Share is a unit by which the share capital is divided. The total capital of company is divided into small parts and each part is called share, and the value of each part or unit is known as face value. Correct? For example, if company issued 10,000 shares and each share is of 10 rupees each, then total share capital of the company is 1 lakh. 10,000 shares into 10. The price of one share is rupees 10. Correct? Which is known as small part. Okay? Small unit. Understood? What do you mean by share? You can tell me. Share is a smallest unit in the total share capital of a company. Correct? Share is a smallest unit in the total share capital of a company. And shareholder means a person who purchases shares of a company is known as a shareholder or a member of that company. Correct? Let us see features of shares. First, meaning. Share is the smallest unit in the total share capital of a company. Then, ownership. Who are the owners of the company? The owners of shares is called as shareholder. So, shareholders are the owners of the company. distinctive number. Each share has distinct number for identification. It is mentioned in the share certificate. Then, evidence of title. A share certificate is issued by a company under its common seal. A share is not any visible thing. It is shown by share certificate or in the form of demat share. Correct? Next point is value of a share. Each share has a value expressed in terms of money. First, face value. This value is written on the share certificate and mentioned in the memorandum of association. Correct? Then, issue value. It is the value of shares at which the shares are sold by the company. It may be at par, means face value. At premium, means price higher than the face value. And at discount, means price lower than the face value. Correct? Face value is rupees 10. At premium, rupees 12. And at discount, rupees 9. Correct? At par, face value. At premium means higher than face value. And at discount means lower than face value. Understood? Okay? Market value. It is the value of share in the stock market or share market. It is determined by demand and supply forces in the share market. Correct? Next point is rights. The shareholder has right to receive dividend, right to inspect statutory books, right to attend shareholders meeting, and right to vote at such meetings, etc. Next point is income. A shareholder is entitled to get a share in the net profit of the company. It is called dividend. Means shareholders get dividend. Correct? Next, transferability. Listen carefully. The shares of public limited company. The shares of public limited company are freely transferable in the manner provided in the articles of association. Next point is property of shareholder. Shareholder is a movable property of a shareholder. And last point is kinds of shares. A company can issue two types of shares, that is equity shares and preference shares. Understood? Okay. Then what we studied in this lecture? We learned the concept of own capital, then what is retained earning and meaning of shares and features of shares. Correct? In next video, we are going to see equity shares and its features. Okay? Thank you.